We're back, you guys. Happy New. You know, this is the first show of the new year, 2014. And we're back, hot. James is back. James is back, you guys.
Girl, we just did a show.
No, well, 2014 we didn't.
No. You didn't do no show?
I didn't do no show. It's the first show.
Right.
So
I ain't back. I'm here.
You're here. So anyway, you guys, let's talk about the combo. Let's get into the combo real quick. Let's jot that down.
Let's not forget.
May 24th, right?
May 25th.
May 25th.
Let's not forget combo May 25th. Urban Streetwear. Urban Streetwear, $1,500. Not asking for, no whole lot. Just come.
So it's just bring it?
Looking over.
Oh, just looking over.
Correct.
The category.
That's Mousy. Shout out to Mouse.
The category is it's out. It'll be out, but it's we're not asking for high fashion. We're not asking for urban. We just want streetwear. Overall look. Just bring it.
Just bring it, you guys.
Let's not forget Open to All Butch Queen Realness Pretty Boy versus Schoolboy versus Thug for $999.99. Let's not forget Open to All Tag Team. I'm sorry, Twister and Sister Tag Team performance for $750. If I'm not mistaken, $750 or $1,000, one of the two. And Best Dress, $1,000.
So you have to bring it, and this is all just bring it over, like bring it. All of these are the same.
No, I mean they can read the categories. The categories are out.
Okay,
the categories are out.
And where's the location?
3900 Bexley Place, upscale ballroom, DC, Washington DC.
And it's going down. We don't want no drama. Just want a good ball.
And no, it will be a good ball, and there's no drama going on in there.
Right. Upscale ballroom, remember, and it's May 24th. Right?
25th.
25th. I'm going to say 24th. Okay, you guys. So tonight's guest, he's been in the headlines. He's been just, last year, like the ending of the year, he got it turned up. And it's just
been a lot.
It's just been a lot. He's breaking his silence tonight. The Godfather of the House of Con, New York City, Danny, is in the building tonight.
Danny, what's up, bro?
What's good?
How are you, Danny? You finally made it.
Years and years.
Yes. So first, Danny, question on everybody's radar is, I want to know, why did you leave the house of Mizrahi? Let's talk about that real quick.
Let's start from the beginning.
Well, the House of MIZA has always been my family. I love them down. I just grew more out of it, too, you could say. It's things I wanted to do that they didn't want me to do, and we just fell apart from there. They wanted me, when I came in the house, I always worked thug realness, as everybody know. I'm a heavy hitter, so they told me not to walk twist at the time. I feel in the ballroom scene, I wanted to do what I want to do, because that's what I came here for, to have fun. And
now, who told you can't walk twists?
Jack and some of the house members.
Okay, is it just because they just didn't see it and you wanted, need to practice, or what?
It was both. It was that they didn't see it, I need to practice, and that I needed to, they still saw my male figure realness. They only wanted me to pursue in that.
Okay.
Do you think it's something wrong with them saying that they didn't see it because you were just starting out and they wanted you to practice?
No, not at all. I just felt that I sat all most of the heavy hitters. Like, I sat the legends. I sat.
Oh, you feel like you had nothing else to
nothing
accomplish.
else to accomplish. Like, I'm just walking it, to become legend? No, I don't need a legendary status to know what I do.
You got Face, too.
Yeah.
The legend. That's really, I shout out to Face, because that's a twister.
Yeah,
that's a twister.
That's my father. Shout out to Face Evans.
Yeah, that's a twister. Now, let's take it to, when you left Mizrahi.
You went to Couture.
You went to Couture.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jasmine.
I went because the help Jasmine name, and as a house, not as a house, because we all was cool, and I left because Kelly left too. Kelly and Naomi, those was the two people I became in the House of Mizrahi before, because of. So it was like I was following the people that left.
Now, did that house get shut down or you just left?
We all just left.
Just all left. And then you became confident. Now, how did that come about?
I was always like a part of the family, which nobody knew. Like, deep down inside, I always was with the Cons no matter what. So
I am too. I'm a con. Shout out to the con. I'm a con.
Vicky is an honorary con.
I am an honorary con. No, but go ahead, finish.
I was always with the console. I sat there and was like, that's where I wanted to go. It was nowhere else. It was no other friendship. There was no other bond that I saw as a family that I would fit in with.
Right.
So, Danny, if you ever decided to leave the House of Con, where would you be?
A 007 until I start my own foundation.
I respect it.
I respect it. So now, Danny, let's talk about. Can we take it back to people who didn't see that Kimmy stuff? What happened with that? You know, you hit a femme queen. You know, a lot of butch queen.
And that's the way it came up, that you just hit a femme queen.
Right. That's the footage
what-
that we saw. But tell them the story that it was one of these in the process, right? Didn't you get a bottle?
Yeah, I can actually say, and I apologize because that is a female figure and she carried herself as a woman. That's one thing you are never supposed to put your hands on a woman. I was raised by 6 beautiful women. Like, I'm come from a family of ladies, so you can't do that. But the predicament that it was in, her and a couple of other female figures had an altercation with my real blood cousin, and I defended myself by, she came up to me, I defended myself by, after she hit me with my bottle, they only got in the camera that me hitting her or me attacking her. The whole time don't got in the camera, her macing me, not being able to see, you just see me attacking her, but the whole time I couldn't see her nothing. Like, if y'all know bear mace, y'all know what it does. Like, stuff happens.
You was functioning pretty good on Bear Maze.
Right.
You was functioning good because Bear Maze, baby, I'm calling the police myself. I need an ambulance.
Yeah.
Like, but
Now, after that situation,
wait, is that squad?
Yeah, that is. And I actually, whenever I see her, I'm going to take her out to eat or something.
Okay.
That's nice.
So you spoke to her?
Yeah, we spoke and everything.
Okay. And a week later.
Wait. Okay. Prior to that, James, a week later. Now, is it true that she sent a hit for Nate? Because Nate is he an honorary like an Ebony or something like that? I heard
Nate?
that Nate is the one who fought him at Vogue
Okay.
Night. Now, how did that fight happen? Was he
Because,
fighting for Kimmy?
That was a week later.
No, that was the same. That was the week later, but he was fighting for Africa because they said Africa's his brother. Africa Ebony.
Wait. Okay. So let's move back again.
Okay.
How did Africa become a part of that?
When the altercation happened, Kimmy, when I was, like I said, I was blind. So when I couldn't see, she still was trying to attack me. And I told somebody to attack her. Well, you already know my ex, Dobby. I told him to attack her. And when he attacked her, he started fighting her. Africa came about and was like trying to break it up. And then he was like, Dobby and Brittany Ebony, we all know her, had a altercation, and he jumped in and started defending Brittany, and him and Dobby started fighting. When that happened, the fight happened. I jumped in the fight to defend my man. He hit Dobby. Dobby and him had a fight. Then prior to the week after that, Nate came to fight me.
For Africa.
Okay.
Why didn't Africa just fight you itself?
Actually, that's what I don't understand, and nobody got on camera. After the whole fight with the female figure and stuff, I approached Africa by myself on the corner and snuffed him and asked him what's up, because that whole fight happened because of him. So I asked him what's up, snuffed him and everything. He said he had no problems. He didn't want to fight. So for Nate to come and want to fight me after that, I didn't even understand it.
So it was pretty much given. Africa didn't want to fight you because he felt intimidated by you, so he got somebody else to fight you.
Right.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you, Danny, is this situation just over? It's a new year. Is it over?
Yeah,
look,
that's how it is. It's people know people that know people. Some people was touched by an angel on this time. I could just say that. So, we can end it like there's a new year. Nobody come for me, I won't come for them. I'm going to leave it in God's hands.
Right. Got you. Okay, now you've been buzzing. And we're going to jump right into it, because I think everybody waiting for that, right, James? That's everybody. Well, first of all, let's talk about the that other show, the other channel. They said something about you was pathetic. But she was saying, then she said that she wasn't saying it in a mean way. It was like a helpful way, so you could hear. But, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, SINIA Ebony. Yeah. That's supposed to be...
SINIA called you pathetic?
Pathetic.
On a new show.
But the whole thing, I don't understand.
I didn't see it.
How can you call somebody pathetic when they're fighting or arguing over somebody that just broke up with them or just broke up a day or two ago? And if you was really in love, you don't know what love is if you don't fight for what's yours. So I don't know how you could call somebody else pathetic and you still live at home with your grandmother and you're like 28 years old. How can you be pathetic?
So, at the end of the day, do you feel like you're just gonna move on from the situation?
Yeah, it's no way. I could not. People, everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has an asshole.
Right.
Like everybody has one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now let's talk about the Dobby relationship. 'Cause I think that's what everybody wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he gets out of the story. But Danny, I heard just from the grapevine that you wasn't on Angel. You wasn't treating him right. Without threesome stuff going on. This is just alleged. I don't know if it's true. Was this going on? Like, what type of relationship was this? Because,
You know what? When I hear people talk about it, everybody say that you created a monster. That's what. And
I
you
heard
know, it's
that
funny
too.
because
I heard
like
that
I've actually heard like everybody, and I quote, say that Danny created a monster, and it's like now he's out of your hands.
But
You know what I
y'all
mean?
know where. Oh, you know where.
No,
Dobby coming from.
I know.
Dobby came from Twitter, from pictures showing his dick, showing his ass, shit like that. So where people don't know that, I took him out of that and just said, "Won't you not do this and that sometimes?" And when we have a relationship, Dobby asked me out. I did not ask Dobby out. I don't. That's one thing I don't do. And I told Dobby during the relationship, before we even got in a relationship, I don't go out with boys. I don't go out with faggots. So we shouldn't even go out. But then I fell in love with him. So shit happens.
okay, so the rumors was threesomes. Was that true?
That threesome. This what y'all gotta understand. Anybody, you never know what could happen in a relationship. Threesomes are not. You see Jay and Will. Jada Pickett and Will. They relationship. You can't. People relationship is people relationship. You never know what's going on in their mind and how they.
I don't think nobody's judging
Nobody.
the fact that if that is true, because sometimes like I feel like stuff like that will I'm not a fan of it myself, but sometimes you need stuff like that because if somebody's not going to be faithful, but yet they want to be with this one specific person, it's like, well, it ain't no fun if my man can have.
Yeah, in the beginning of our relationship, I already saw that Dobby was young-minded and young, so he wanted
to give him some space.
I still wanted to let him do what he wanted to do. For one day, he could say to me like, "My nigga, we don't need to do this," or "My nigga, I just want you. Like, why are we doing this?"
Right.
But at the end of the day, like I should have been a grown one too. That's what I could say. I was older, so I should have pushed him and did better for him too, and showed him not to do that too. That was my wrong one too.
Taking ownership. Let me ask you this: do you think? Let's get to Ken now. First of all, people want to know, were y'all ever friends? Did y'all ever smoke a blunt together?
That's the whole thing.
Y'all ever smoke a blunt?
Yeah.
Y'all smoked a blunt?
We smoked a blunt. We chilled.
Oh.
So
I let him. We was
cordial.
cordial. One day when he was at a hotel, I allowed him, Didi Chanel, and Rich Aga to come to my house and spend the night. Just to chill them. Just chill. Bug out and just chill. Gave them
and you was with Dobby?
Yeah, I was with Dobby. I gave them their own room, their own bed, their own space.
Okay.
Like in my head, because everybody know that been to my house in Brooklyn, we have a two-family house. Like, so that was alright. He was like me and Dobby, little personal trainer at the gym, even though he got his work done. But I still like him to be our trainer because he did have a little body now.
There's nothing wrong with surgery, Danny.
I know.
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with surgery. Yeah. You could pay for it. Why not have surge?
True.
No shade. True. So, okay, let me ask you this. Do you think they was having a secret affair on the low?
It was, from my understanding, it was given, Dobby was pushing it more than Ken.
Oh.
So I will not be mad at Ken at the thought of that. But as you being the man that you are, an older example, and you was being around us, instead of trying to throw, y'all shouldn't have been doing this, y'all shouldn't have been doing this when you wanted to fuck anyway. You should have been like, yo, work on your relationship, do whatever you do. Like, what's up with y'all? But whatever happened.
Okay, and I'm not the one.
But the whole thing.
I'm not the one that got.
But I heard this.
But I gotta ask you this question.
I heard this is
the one that got. You guys.
You are the one that got.
You
are the one that got.
I didn't say that. I love you, Uncle, so much, but I gotta be real. I love you, Uncle Kim, I gotta be real. I heard that he wanted to have a threesome with y'all anyway, but you declined.
We was gonna have a threesome. Yeah, I didn't want to do it at all. I fell asleep in the in the room, and we all went out to the gym. We was drinking and stuff. I fell asleep. He was in the middle. Dobby was on the end. Like we always started up. I just got a weird feeling. You know how your body tell you not to do something? Like it gave me devils here. Get out this house! Ah! So I was like, nah, come on, boo, and we dashed.
Right. So then,
and that was like a week or two before that, so that was triggered everything.
Right. Now, Danny, everybody know that you're really. I'm so sorry what happened. So I know you're really, really
It's
hurt.
cool.
What do you want to say to people who judge in the situation who don't know, who not really your friends in your circle, and just everybody who calling you pathetic or calling you this, you stupid? What do you want to say to those people?
Nobody don't. Nobody knows. Like
about you.
At the end of the day, I am a humble, sweet person. If you don't know me, any fight that I ever had was never a fight because of me. I always have fights for other people. If you know that, fights for anybody that I know in my circle is because I don't like people to be picked on. So, but it seems like I'm picking on people when I do it. But it's never like that. Like I'm very, very humble person. I like to have fun. If anybody know me, I like to make people laugh. I like to see people happy at all times. Like at all times.
Now let me ask you this, Danny. Would you take him back?
Actually, people fall apart. I love him down. I just think, I can't even lie. From years to now, you never know what could happen. Or down the line.
What is your current feeling?
My current feeling right now, no. I wouldn't because it's the whole situation, the way you went about it. No, actually, I don't think I would ever take him back when I really think about it because that's going to always be in my mind, the way you left. How you love somebody, have them go to Ohio for you just to bring in New Year's with you, and y'all still together, but during this whole time, you're telling the nigga that you're talking to that y'all was broken up.
Being that you brought up Ohio, I heard, I'm not the one to gossip.
You are the one to gossip.
You are the one to say that, you guys. Not the one to gossip. You gotta say that, you guys. I heard that Kim bought the ticket for him to get to get back. That's true?
Yeah, we gonna break down this story right here because we didn't even do it. When me and Dobby broke up on Con weekend, like in DC, right before New Year's. Like I went to Ohio to get him. If everybody know, you wasn't at the room, right?
No.
Oh, I went to Ohio. We was in DC. I was having a good time, but I was like, I want to bring in the New Year's with my boyfriend. That still was my boyfriend at the time. So I went all the way a little 7-hour ride there, 7-hour back to go pick him up.
Shout out to Mousy and Ken
in Ohio.
Yeah, in Ohio. I went to pick him up with my son Nelly Dope Boy Blanco Nelly Khan. We drove out there, went to get him. When we got back, it was just like tension. You know how you know something is wrong? Like, it was just something was wrong. But I was asking him questions and I wasn't getting no answers. So then he finally said, he was like, I don't think we're going to work. Like, I don't think this is going to work out.
Oh, so he broke up with you?
Yeah, he was like, I don't think this is going to work out. But the whole time he was talking to Ken in Ohio right before I picked him up, telling Ken that we was broken up already. So your whole intention was probably to get me to come get you so you could be around Ken. That's what I'm getting out the whole aspect of the whole shit.
Right.
Because there's no way in hell you decided this. And then when I spoke to Ken on the phone, because I actually called Ken, and when I spoke to Ken, Ken was like, you didn't tell him? And he was like, no. Like, so that meant you was the one lying.
Oh, wow. James, how do you feel about, let me ask you this question though, James. This is going to be the question. How do you feel about, like, okay, say if you date somebody like, your ex lover, Lil David. So use Lil David example. Shout out to David.
Please not drop
Not, I'm sorry. But somebody date him that been around y'all and stuff. Like basically, what's the name? Do you think that's okay to do that? I'm just curious.
At this point in time, I could care less. But had it been that close, like it's like not even. That's not no time at all.
One day,
right? There's no time.
I want to know if because some people thinking like they like, well, we're not friends, Danny, so he can do what he want to do. That's what I'm asking because I heard. Different people's opinions, and it's like
if I put you in a closed setting,
why is Danny so pressed? That's what I'm hearing in the street.
No. This is why I'm pressed because I dropped this boy when we came back. I dropped him off at the bus station to bring him back home. So me dropping you off at the bus station, even though if you wasn't going to the bus and you were going to that nigga, you should have took the train, my nigga, or anything, and do what you gonna do. He had me drop him off at the bus. I dropped him off at the bus. My mother, Coco Ebony, she hits me up telling me, where you at? I'm like, this is like 10 o'clock in the morning. She like, where you at? I'm like, I'm home. I'm asleep. She like, how Dobby in the city? I'm like, what you mean? She like, how Dobby in the city? I'm like, hold on.
And Kelly, didn't Kelly release the pictures?
No. This was just days after.
Okay.
I hit him up. I hit Ken up. It's like, yo, where you at in the city? This is how I know who. Like, my mind is crazy, boy. I hit Ken up, was like, where you at? He like, I'm on 48th, and I'm on 48th Street. I'm like, you seen Dobby? He like, huh? I'm like, you seen Dobby? He like, yeah, he missed his bus last night, So he came to my room. I'm like, my nigga, where he at? He like, oh, he probably went to make the next bus just now. But if he missed it, I'm like all the buses are snowed out. So
right. Breaking news.
I'm like all the way.
Oh, what? James got a breaking news.
You broke up with him on Christmas? Well, y'all broke up on Christmas?
No.
That's what just came across.
No, we broke up on New Year's on the day. I mean, what was the Christmas day that we was in the room? I mean, that day we was in the room.
The weekend after.
Weekend after Christmas. That's 2 days before New Year's.
Okay, I don't know. That was a breaking news.
Wait, he didn't spend Christmas with his family, so he was still in New York. We didn't break up until after he got back from DC. I mean, after Ohio.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you this question too, because people look, I gotta play devil's, advocate a little bit. Now, the people saying that, you coming at Dobby, making him look the bad guy, but then they said this relationship was you used to say it's a sex relationship. Yes, it's your sex partner. Yeah. You didn't show him all this love and affection as you do now. You're parading your heart out. You never did that before. People say that you should just downplay him, throw stuff in his face, all the stuff that you did for him. Just all that. Like, you used to really not treat him like a dude.
No, one thing. I treat him like, first of all, you got to be somebody's friend and before you're their lover. And that's what we was. I was treating him as a friend at first. Yeah, I'm treating him as a friend. I'm treating her as a boy. Y'all got to understand, we all are men. We not just no queer.
But it's the way you treat a human being.
Yeah, it's the way you treat
him badly.
Not badly.
It's from a source that's in your home.
It's not too badly. You could treat somebody. I talked to him the way he needed to be talked to because the way he talked to somebody else. And me, the way I talked to Dobby, it was when you know what happens? When we have an argument.
That's when it gets bad.
That's when he says what he says, I say what I say, and that's what happens. It was never on something. You're just talking down to somebody, like, just talking down. We have an argument like human beings do, and people say bad stuff that they don't mean to say, but that's what happened. That's what come out in lashes.
On that note, you guys, we're going to be back for part 2 with Danny. He's going to do his shout-outs. We're going to talk about the ending result. We're going to talk about if he's going to, do he feel like he want to seek revenge from Ken? And MLK weekend, James, are you walking?
I am.
You're On that note,
see y'all there.